you can probably tell by the title of the video, and it's going to be something like this. This is a bit of a dumb one, this is what I like to do, but you can always experiment and change the way it looks. Anyway, let's get straight into this. So the first thing you need to do is download Photoshop Cs6. You need to buy it, or I'm pretty sure there's a free version online somewhere. But anyway, or a trial version or something. I've got the full version, so let's get into this. So you want to click File, and then you want to hit New, or press Ctrl N, and it will load up with this. Your one won't say the same as mine, but anyway, you need to, where it says name at the top, just type it in, what you want to do. So I'm going to call mine glowing text, you can call yours whatever, and where it says preset, you want to hit this drop down arrow. When you're on this drop down arrow, you want to press film and video. It should be underneath mobile and devices, and at the bottom of this third line up. Anyway, you click film and video like so, and then this will load up a lot of things like this. And then where it says size, you want to click this drop down arrow again, and you want to find where it says HD 1080p/29.97. It should be the second one down underneath that line, so you just hit that. Don't want to change any resolutions here. This will just make sure it loads into 1080p format, which is what YouTube likes to take. So when you're at this moment, you just want to hit OK, and this will load up a blank new document for you. These lines, they won't come out when you render it out. This is just because you're playing film and video, and it just tells you where you want to put your video roughly. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So the first thing you want to do is you want to paint. You don't want this white background, because you can't make something glow on white, can you? Anyway, so what you want to do is you want to go over to the left hand side here, and you'll be selected on your move tool. If you carry on going down, you'll find your rubber. Underneath your rubber, there'll be your paint bucket tool. It should say paint bucket. If not, it might be like the gradient tool. To change it, all you need to do is just right click it, and boom, hit that paint bucket tool, and we've got it. So then you want to go down to your, so if you carry on going down, you'll find two squares, not the little ones, the bigger ones, okay? So you want to click the one above it and make sure it's black. It just should be 6 zeros, and it'll be black. So then you just want to hit OK on that and just click your screen. Boom, there you go. We are now on a black background. So what you want to do now is we want to add some text to this, don't we? So you want to come down here and see this little arrow that was just by the paint, by the colour we just selected. You just want to hit that little arrow, and there you go. It just switches them back, and I'm pretty sure you can press oh no, you can't. My bad. So just click those two little arrows, and it will just flip your colours over, and click your text one, which is just, if you carry on going up, it was like, it looked like a capital T. Horizontal type tool is the one you want. And just click in the middle of your, well, roughly in the middle of your screen. We'll center it in a second, and then obviously just type in the text you want. The ones that I'm using today is this text file. What I'm using today is Batman Forever. So after you entered in your text, you just want to highlight it, click the move tool. This is just, so it's just a little habit I have, and roughly put it in the center. When we're at this, we can obviously tell that we can this, like, say if I put it down here, that's nowhere near our center, so we can always eyeball it up like so, but I've got an easier way, guys, and I'm pretty sure you like easy. So if you go over to the right hand side and you go down, you have all these crazy tools and stuff, but then right at nearly to the bottom, you see where it says background and bro show TV. My one says, but yours will say your text above it. You just want to click that background one and hit Ctrl A. And what this will do is will select the background for us, and the text obviously still hasn't moved. What we need to do now is click the one above the background, which will be your text, and then as long as you've selected the move tool, if you have something else, just select back to that top tool there, which is your move tool, and you want to, over here, and you see this bar chart type things which look like you got taught in 5th grade. Anyway, you see it'll be over to the right, and then you see all of these. We don't know which ones to click. We can carry on, but I'll tell you which ones you want to click. You want to click the second one in, and the 5th one in, and that will center your text perfectly. And now we don't want these backgrounds still here, so we just hit Ctrl D to get rid of it. And there you go. We're at this file. Now what you want to do, we are now getting into more of the harder side of things, which is still pretty easy, don't worry guys. So what you want to do is over the right hand side, you see this little T next to our text. We just want to hit Control, hold Control down, and then click that T. And what this will do is this will just select all our text for us, which is nice. So make sure that's, again, just hit Control and then click this T here, and boom, there you go. You got that nice and selected. So now if we go over to the left hand side of the screen again, you see where our paint bucket is, which will be down on the right hand side. We want to switch that back to the gradient tool, and there you go. So how you do that is you just hit right click it, and then it'll be the top one, and it says gradient tool. So you just want to click that. And now, oh wait, we can't enter in anything. That's because up here you need to select your gradient. So what we want to do here is, mine's going to be blue and white. This is the code for blue that I used. I'm actually going to make that a little bit darker. There you go. So that's the code of the blue I used. If you want to do it, 5504E9. That's the code of the blue. And then if we, on the bottom row, we move over to the right, double click that, opens it up, and then you just want to select up white. You could use a black, a red, I don't care. I'm pretty sure you can use any colour, but I like to use white, it looks pretty cool. And that's just F's. Literally. Right, anyway, after that just hit OK and OK again, and we still can't. Why can't we do this? I don't understand why we can't. I'll tell you how. What we need to do is, over on the right hand side where it says our background, if we go down to the bottom of the screen, we have this little rubbish bin or trash can. To the left of it, you have this corner of the paper folded up. You just want to click that. This will create us a new layer. So now you want to select this new layer just by left clicking it, and come back over to the middle of your screen where your text is, and you just want to click at the bottom left hand corner of the screen, not screen, your text, and just drag it through a rough line like so, and then just let it go. And then there you go, your text is now gradientized. So now what you want to do is press Ctrl D, and this will deselect your text, and then you have this cool little effect. But not glowing again, is it? Nope, I'm not going to end the tutorial there, guys, don't worry. Now what we want to do is, over on the right hand side again where our background is, we just want to click this layer 1 just to double check it's clicked, and hit Ctrl J or Command J on Mac. So when we have these two layers here, we can easily just get rid of this text layer which is above the background, because as we can see it doesn't do anything. So you just want to hit delete on that, or right click and delete layer. Anyway, so you want to click this layer 1 copy, and then we have two here and we don't know what they do, but trust me, you will. So now we want to create a new layer again, but first, actually no, we can do this first. So you just want to hit this new layer next to this rubbish bin again, and then over to the left hand side of the screen again. We see that we switched our two colours around, which is white and black. We just want to flip them back, so it's black and white again. How you do that is just click that little arrow again. And then what we want to do is we want to come right up to the top, see where this X is. Now let's shy away from that. Over to the left hand side, we have File, Edit, Image, Layer, Type, Select and Filter. You want to find the filter one, and then go down to where it says Render. It should be under Pixelate. So then we go down to Render, just hover your mouse there and it will pop up with these side things. What we want to do now is not define its clouds, just clouds. Just the normal clouds. You just want to click that, and it will just render out these clouds. Then we're like, oh man, but I can't see my text. Don't worry guys, I will teach you how to do that. So if we go over to the if we go over to the right hand side of the screen, we see all these things again. If we go down to where we just generated those clouds, double click, or not double click, sorry, single click that layer 2. If we go up, we have the little padlock. If we go up one more time where it says normal, you just want to drop down that arrow there, and then we want to click color dodge, which is the third step down. Just hit that, boom, color dodge. We can't really see much, but if I turn this off, you can see it kind of makes it a bit more of a texturized color. Still not going, is it? No. So what we want to do is hit layer 1 copy again. Sorry, no we don't. We want to hit the layer 2 again, and we want to head on back up to this where it says filter. If we're up by this filter again, we want to go down to where it says blur, like so, and then we want to go down and to where it says Gaussian blur. Okay, it's just above the lens blur. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but I'm pretty sure I was right. So just one click that, boom, there we go, we've got this popped up. Now these pixels, I'm going to select mine just to a random amount. Nope, that's way too much. Let's slide that down to 10. Let's have a look. I'm just going to eyeball mine up. You can experiment around with what you want. I'm going to do 8.6 and hit OK. Did I do that right? Nope, I didn't. Sorry guys. Layer 1 copy you need to select, sorry. That was my fault. Go filter, Gaussian blur again. What have I done? My bad guys. Right, okay, you want to go down to where it says blur and Gaussian blur, and we want to turn this up. I want to turn mine to about 80. There you go. Sorry guys, that was my mistake. So we're at 80 now on this Gaussian blur. That's layer 1 copy, filter, Gaussian blur. Well, no, sorry, filter, blur, Gaussian blur. It will load up this little panel, and then you want to select this. You can easily just experiment around. That's 100. Actually, that looks pretty cool. Let's use 100. So now we're at the radius of 100 pixels and hit OK. Boom. So we've got this like misty type of effect to it. Now what you want to do is you want to go over to the left hand side of your screen and see your little paintbrush, which is the so you've got this move tool at the top. If you carry on going down, we've got like this plaster type thing. One below that we got this brush tool. Yeah. Or if it's not your brush tool, then just right click and hit the brush tool. Now what we want to do is at this top here where it says, it will say your brush tool is just there, and next to it it will say a number. You want to just click that drop down and you just want to find let's have a little look here. What should we have? What should we have, guys? I'm going to use this one. Is that good enough? Nope, that's too small. We need a bigger one. How about that? Okay, this will do. So 442. If you carry on scrolling down, you have loads of these. You can experiment with which ones you want. Actually, I'm going to use 611. So you can just experiment. I'm using the very bottom right one if you haven't installed anything else. So very bottom right one. Okay. And then you just want to click this little arrow to switch colours over again, and boom, and then just click once and then clicks once more over here, and we have this weird like painting effect going into it. I selected a bit of a wrong one, but it's just all about experimenting, guys, and my Photoshop has crashed. How good's that? Anyway, guys, just experiment around with your paintbrush. Actually, no, I'll go through the tutorial properly with you guys. I'll be back in a minute. I'll reload my Photoshop as if when I'm doing a tutorial. Okay, guys, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, guys, I'm sorry about that. That was just Photoshop having a derpy moment. What I've just figured out there, the reason why your thing went completely white like that is because we messed up. So to get rid of that, you just want to hit Control and Z. I've already got rid of mine. And this will bring you back to this page. So now what you need to do is you need to go over to the right hand side again and click where it says layer 2 where your clouds are at. So you just want to click that like so, and then you want to select your paintbrush, which you should already have selected, and click this drop down. And now what you need to do is you want to find the paintbrush that you want to use. I'm going to use 442. Yeah, this will do for me. And yep, so you select that and then you just want to quickly just click. Oh, sorry, my bad, I forgot again. You just need to flick your colours so the white's on top and click there like so. Just make some stars around the place. You can experiment with this, obviously. I'm going to make some faint stars and then I'm going to make some bigger ones. So we've got a few like that. And now I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to select another one. This one looks pretty cool. Let's have a go at this. So just click a few more times. Don't want to drag with your thing, just want to click it. So we're just going to do it like so. Bring a couple more in. So we got something like this, and we start bringing them out a bit more, making them look pretty cool. How I'm doing this is I'm clicking and quickly dragging my mouse, and it causes it to drag out a little bit more, I guess, if you want to put it that way. And there you go. So this was a tutorial on how to make this blur text. Sorry about so obviously you can just experiment with some other stuff. I'll let you guys carry on the way you wanted to do it. Anyway, guys, this was a tutorial done by Jakes to show you how to make this cool little text effect right here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to rate, comment, like and subscribe, and as always, stay beautiful. Tab out.